Hey everyone, Rohan Dhawan here, founder of UAbility, and today I have our star client, one of the members of our UAbility Elite program, and his name is Ashwin. And basically, Ashwin has achieved some phenomenal results. He's a stock market expert and a coach, and of course, with his trading and investing strategies, he helps a lot of other people as well. So we'll talk about that, but before we get into your results and everything, Ashwin, if you could just introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about your background and how did you get into this world of finance?
All right. Actually, my journey into the sector of finance started a couple of years back. And to be honest, I was always interested in financial sector or finance sector since childhood, but I never had any exposure to that knowledge or to all that information, right? So it took me a while to take my baby steps into into the sector by reading newspapers, by watching news channels and magazines and all that stuff. And then as I grew old, I got introduced to internet, and then I was limitless, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all of my teachings and all of my experiences, most of them come from internet only
Right.
and out of self practice only, most of those. And right now I'm 26 years old, and all of this started when I was somewhere around 15 or 16. So it's close to a decade.
Right.
So there were multiple things going on along with each other. So first, of course, was the general education that we go through, and second was all of these interests that we have, similar to hobbies. So one of those was finances, and another was web, or we could say internet.
Hmm.
So the complete sector of internet was also quite interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So all these two ways were going together. So one was
Right.
finances and another was coding and programming. So that's how first I entered stock market. I practiced there. I learned everything, and then I came to know that both these sectors, that is finance and technology, can be linked up together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I came to a niche called as algo trading. So
Right.
that's where currently I am.
Awesome, man. That's pretty interesting. And for the non-finance guys like myself, if you could just elaborate a little bit about what exactly is algo trading and why is that strategy or tactic better than all the other things that people do.
Right. So, first of all, algo trading, I mean, there is a general perception that algo trading is a replacement to manual trading,
Hmm.
but that's not the case. It is just an alternative way of trading, right?
Right.
So, there are full-time traders who have that time all of their day, who
Hmm.
can sit in front of a computer, stare at the screen for complete market hours, and do the trading manually. But then
Right.
there are some people who are, occupied by some other activities. So it can be a day job or another business.
Hmm.
So for such people, algo trading can be a way where they are focusing on their other work and they
Right.
don't have to put much effort into this manual way of trading.
Hmm.
So what we generally do is we just design scripts, we code stuff to automate the process of analysis and firing orders.
Hmm.
So what we do manually and intentionally, like looking at a chart, deploying some indicators, calculating things on that, and taking trading decisions. So
Hmm.
we code certain scripts to do all of that.
Right.
And most of the brokers have their own APIs to do this, and that's how we proceed with it.
Got it. So, Ashwin, tell me something. Let's say if somebody doesn't know how to code, right, and somebody doesn't have like a lot of time to trade in the markets, like how you're saying, and they want to apply this system without
Right.
knowing how to code. How can they go about doing so?
Right. So when it comes to algo market in India, so
Hmm.
it is currently in a growing stage. It is developing. It is not completely matured yet.
Hmm.
There are many tools available out there, but most of them are not up to the mark. So
Hmm.
most of them have no data security related aspects. They have no idea about the digital platforms that they are using. So the owners of these platforms are not that experienced from technological point of view. They might be
Right.
good people in stock market, but they don't have that kind of expertise in technological sectors. So due to which the tools or web platforms that they develop are not that reliable.
Hmm.
So that's how I learned all of this. I mean, I learned it the hard way that, most of the things out there are not reliable.
Hmm.
So that's how I got that pain, and that's how I found people who have the similar pain and I decided to solve it.
Got it. So
right?
you're like, how exactly? So, tell me a little bit about how exactly you would help out somebody. So if somebody comes to you and they are like, do they have to have like coding experience, or they don't?
They don't, but if you have anything previously, then it surely helps. So when it
Right.
comes to the ease of coding, right,
Hmm.
right, as you asked, so there are multiple types of algo trading. So
Hmm.
one is based on platforms where
Hmm.
we use readily available platforms and tools where we do have to code, but not that much.
Hmm.
And another way is, of course, the completely hardcore programming way where we code everything by ourselves, right from the first line till the last.
Hmm.
So, in the first way, where we use some readily available tools, it becomes a little bit easy, although it has some aspects of coding and programming and also technological understanding behind it. But yes, it becomes very much easy for a beginner, and anybody can do it. At least I believe so. And the second way, that is the complete hardcore way of programming. So it can also be done, but after a little bit of learning curve, of course.
Right. Got it. So you would, if somebody joins you, like you help them set all this up and set up their algo trading, the whole thing, so that even if they are working or they aren't paying attention to the market, the algorithms could actually make the trade decisions for them. Is that what happens?
Actually, this is a mentorship program where I teach how to deploy systems for yourself by
Right.
yourself. So
Okay.
you, at the end of this mentorship program, you will be independent. You don't have to depend on anybody else
Hmm.
to tell you or guide you or instruct you
Right.
about how
Right.
to do anything. So that will include most of the things about stock market, algo trading, as well as cloud computing platforms as well. If you wish to migrate your local algo setup to cloud, then you will be able to do that as well.
Got it. That's pretty ninja, man. That's pretty good. Tell me something, Ashwin. Like when you compare the returns from like manual trading to algo trading, right?
Yeah.
Are they kind of like similar, or do you see any differences?
To be honest, the difference between manual trading and algo trading is not very wide. Okay,
Okay.
because at the end, what we are doing is we are firing orders based on certain rules. So
Hmm.
it doesn't matter whether you are doing it manually or in an automated way,
Hmm.
right? So the real crux of all of this is the strategy that you are deploying, right?
Okay.
So developing a strategy, backtesting it on historical data to understand whether it has really performed well or not. So that is also included in this mentorship program.
Hmm.
So based on this, you are able to decide whether to proceed with a certain strategy or not. Right.
Oh,
So you
nice.
can think about any of random strategy that you might have. You can backtest it on historical data, and then you can deploy it in an automated way.
Wow, man, that's so good. And like I've been offered, like, at least this is me talking from a layman's perspective. In the past, I've been contacted by some companies who are like, we're gonna handle your investments and trading for you, but we will take so and so cut
Yeah.
out of the whole thing. But if we like kind of use your system, what could actually happen is somebody doesn't need to give that percentage, I'm assuming, and
Correct. Yeah.
they can keep the profits and also automate this entire thing. Is that
Exactly.
correct?
Yep. Totally.
Oh, wow, man, that's really awesome. Cool. So that being said, I think we got deviated a little bit into this topic because it was really good, and I think I'm sure like a lot of people learned a lot, just like
Yep.
myself.
Yeah.
So Ashwin, now that were you doing this even before Uability, or like you started it after?
Actually, I was doing this before UAbility as well,
Hmm.
but I never thought of teaching this to somebody else because, as you
Right.
can see, the program is pretty intense, right?
Right.
So it includes multiple things about stock market, coding, programming, and cloud platforms, etc. Right? So I really never gave a thought about teaching this to somebody, but since last year, especially since lockdown,
Hmm.
I was into teaching stock market to absolute beginners. So that's
Got
what
it.
I was doing, but the UAbility program gave me a clear idea about how to select your niche and why to go with a niche, right?
Hmm.
So that's how I decided that instead of going into that crowded space of
Mm-hmm.
stock market for beginners, let's select our own niche and
Right.
go to that sector where we expertise at.
Hmm.
So technology was the thing for me, and I decided to stick to it.
Nice, man. So were you like, at that point of time, other than the niche thing, what are the problems or challenges you were facing because of which, you decided that maybe I should seek help and maybe I should get a mentor or something?
Right. So the basic problem was that the only exposure I had to anything related to digital marketing or marketing and sales as such was only the advertisements that I was seeing all across Facebook and
Right.
Instagram, right?
Hmm.
And most of them were priced like vegetables, as you say, right? So 99 rupees, 9.99, 4.99, 2.99, all that stuff. So it really didn't give me a direction as to what price should I offer my service at, right?
Right.
Because I can imagine myself putting a lot of work into it, but not getting the desired value out of it,
Hmm.
right?
Absolutely.
So I was struggling about it. But when I got on a call with Pratham, and I also saw many of your ads, that's when I understood that this is not actually a market problem. This is actually a mindset problem, which is inside me, not in the market, right?
Absolutely.
So that was the main goal for me to break this mindset, right? As I told you that I was already into the technology stuff, building websites and all that thing. So all of this funnel building and digital marketing wasn't new for me, but this market psychology and my own mindset was the biggest takeaway from me from this program.
Nice. Got it. So, like, to summarize this, you're saying that um, initially you did not know how to price and you didn't want to price like those vegetables, like how you're saying, and you wanted to
Yeah,
figure out how you can fix your mindset issues to go ahead and charge premium for what you have to offer.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Got
Right.
it, man.
So
That's.
I didn't have that confidence to charge more, right? So
Hmm.
I used to get that question mark that why would anybody pay me this big amount, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So that was the biggest question which just shattered after this program.
Got it. And I'm really curious to know, like, what kind of shift did you go through because of which now you are feeling confident that your program is worth the premium price that you're charging?
So as I said, the biggest takeaway was breaking out of this mindset, right? And the second biggest thing I would say is the community, right? So when we get introduced to this, high performing community, you automatically get to see all the proof or all the performances what others are doing, right? So it was really mind blowing to see people doing such a wonderful thing inside this program and all of the community sharing each other's progress and each other's experience with everyone, right?
Right.
So that's what really pushed me ahead that yes, I can also do it if so and so is doing it, if this person, that person is doing it, so can I.
Hmm.
So that's how I went ahead and initially yes, there were a couple moments of doubt,
Hmm.
but once we see some results, then we just break free, right? It's just such a liberating feeling.
Hmm.
So I can't describe completely it in words, but yes, the that aha moment is what you get inside the community, not in the program as such, but that's what you get in the community.
Right. Absolutely, man. So, Ashwin, as you were saying that you already had experience with the digital world, and you were also seeing a lot of ads. I'm sure you must be seeing a lot of digital marketing ads and business ads and all those things, right? So, my question is, out of everything, and despite having previous knowledge, why did you decide to, number one, book a call with us, and number two, even pay us the amount that we charge to help you
Mhm.
out?
Right. So, first of all, the free masterclass that you offered, right? So, I mean, that masterclass was enough to explain me what I was going to get inside this program, right? So, I
Hmm.
was sold at that point itself. But anyway, I decided to book a call to discuss more, as I would get a chance to talk in person with you and Pratham. So that's why I booked the call. And Pratham, as usual, he cleared most of my questions, most of the doubts that I had, and he also showed me a way which was possible after the program, and that's how I took the decision.
Got it, man. Great. So then you entered the program and you had access to everything. Tell me about your initial weeks, like your journey from not having any clients to selecting your niche, building your hypothesis, and going ahead and signing your first client. How did that happen?
Right. So in this full process, the worksheets that you shared helped a lot, right? So it is like a basic template for everybody about how to think about
Hmm.
niche, right? So that worksheet not just helps us get our own idea clear, but it helps us, think in a step-by-step way to reach to our ideal niche.
Right.
Right. So that's how decided myself to deviate from the original stock market idea to algo trading idea.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay. So you did the worksheets, and then what happened?
Right. So after that was about first week,
Hmm.
so which cleared my mindset, right? And after that, when I understood the complete market psychology that you explained, especially about digital marketing
Hmm.
and about building, a funnel, right?
Hmm.
So as I said that I was already in a position where I was able to build my own websites and other websites as well.
Absolutely.
But I never thought about building websites from psychological perspective, right?
Hmm.
So which you shared in your program. So
Hmm.
while building a page, why you should not put so many things around, right?
Hmm.
Like options and all. So that was one eureka moment for me.
Hmm.
Because as a web designer or a developer, we always think about what else I can put in the page,
Exactly.
and you were instructing exactly opposite to that idea.
Hmm.
So that was again a moment of experimentation and of course realization that that was not an ideal way to go ahead, and I decided to stick with your idea of the funnel.
Absolutely. I think that's like a very good point, because what most people do is when they get into some sort of training or something, and considering now that you're a coach as well, they would start thinking that, I shouldn't follow this guy, I should use my own head. But the question is, why are you paying that person money when you want to use your own head, right? So
Exactly.
the fact that you followed it to the T, it was like really good, man. So then you built your funnel, and then what was the procedure to get that first client?
Right. So, first of all, like most others, I am an introvert guy, totally
Hmm.
introvert. So, it was literally almost a phobia for me to, come on a call with a stranger and have
Right.
conversation and talk to them.
Hmm.
But still, I decided that, if I want to make my life, I will have to do this, right? So, no
Mm-hmm.
matter how difficult or uncomfortable it may feel, I will have to get through this, right?
Hmm.
So, as you instructed in the complete program that how to, build your funnel and how to get scheduled calls.
Hmm.
After that, of course, the process of calling started, and one by one, I mean, the first call absolutely was a disaster as usual, right? So after a couple of calls, I streamlined myself more and more, and a few members from our community also helped me in this process, especially Romit.
Hmm.
So I would just like to give him a shout out here because he really helped me in getting through this, right? Uh, so yeah, that's how I streamline my complete process of communication and how to talk to a stranger and how to provide value to a stranger and what it really means to be a coach or a mentor, right? So that's the complete experience I got from this, and I feel now I'm in a position that I can take on more challenges ahead. So, and one important thing that I did was, I didn't overburden myself, right? Because we
Hmm.
have all these dreams. We
Hmm.
have a built-in calculator in our mind, right? So we just multiply our price tag multiplied by something equals to our dream amount, right?
Hmm.
So that's what we keep doing over and over. So I didn't let me get trapped inside that. I just decided, okay, so let's stop for a moment.
Hmm.
Let's first take handful of clients, give good results to them,
Hmm.
get feedback from them, improve our program after that, and then go ahead with the second batch.
Right.
So that's the complete process I followed, and right now I am with my third batch.
Wow, man, that's pretty awesome. So you were getting these calls. Like, what was the marketing channel that you were using to get these calls? Because I'm sure a lot of people would ask that.
Right. So primarily it was just Facebook ads,
Hmm.
and out of Facebook ads, there were some people who found me on LinkedIn and they messaged me on LinkedIn. So actually, the process was that they saw my ad somewhere else on some other mobile app due to Facebook ads, and then they searched me on LinkedIn, and that's how they reached out to me.
Yeah, man.
So
Awesome.
so yeah, that's how all that process was. And there were also a couple of people on Instagram as well. But at the end, that was also out of Facebook ads only.
Right. I think the reason why that was happening is because your offer, most people say that, oh, my Facebook ad isn't working, or, people just don't click on my ads or whatever. But I think when your offer is so good, right, people would search for you and want to contact you, just
Yeah,
like how
right.
it's happening with you. So great
Exactly.
job, man. Like, I think that was wonderful. And then you ended up signing your first client from, like, how many calls did it take you?
Actually, the first client that I signed was not out of Facebook ads.
Hmm.
It was actually a personal contact
Hmm.
who already knew about me and what exactly I was doing, and I had already informed him that I was going to start a program.
Hmm.
So that was actually my first client, and I actually leave that contact out of my calculations because that is not totally what a sales process is, right?
Hmm.
So it was just due to a personal contact. So the real sales that I would say was out of Facebook, and the first client itself was a pretty big client. And I mean, of course, I cannot disclose exactly who it was and how it was, but yeah, it was related to a banking sector, and it was he was really a VIP kind of person in banking sector, and he just wanted to understand the complete process of deploying algos,
And you
right?
got
So
this from Facebook ad, right?
yeah, right, from Facebook ads.
And more
So
people
the
say you
targeting was
can't.
perfect, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it
Yeah,
was really awesome because most people say that you can't find like business people on Facebook.
exactly.
So
Right,
that was another belief busted.
correct. So the first batch itself had around 4 to 5 people from banking sector itself,
Wow.
who were full-time bank employees, and they wanted to take benefit of stock market in their working hours.
Hmm.
So that was their pain point, and that's how they got to me through Facebook ads.
Wow, man. So three batches, man. So like, can you tell everyone a little bit about how much were you making before joining Uability with your program? I'm sure you weren't. Maybe you were just getting started then. And then
Right.
how much are you doing now per month through this?
So before Uability, my income you can assume zero. It was almost nothing because whatever I was earning, I was spending in some or the other thing.
Right.
I wasn't saving anything for me.
Hmm.
And after Uability, my average income, or I would say my regular income, is somewhere around 1.5 lakhs per month.
Wow, man.
Right. And
Super.
to be honest, I'm not even started. So I know I can go much beyond that, but right now I'm in such a phase of life where I want to be a little bit calm. And, once I'm back in form, back in shape, then, I can push the complete process more ahead. And I'm sure it will be at least 3 to 4x more.
Wow, man. Congratulations, Ashwin. Like, that's phenomenal. And like, how much time did it take you, by following this program to achieve this kind of outcome?
Right. So to deploy all the tricks and techniques that you have taught in the program, now I'm also factoring in the fact that I already had experience with tech
Hmm.
stuff, right? So that was the reason why it took very less time for me. So I didn't took more than a week or so to deploy my complete funnel. But for anybody who doesn't understand tech and who needs to follow, all the process in a detailed way, or who needs who may eventually need some personal help once in a while, so for such a person I would imagine that he will not take more than 2 weeks
Hmm.
to deploy everything in place, right?
Right.
So everything is already simple. Only the thing is that a beginner will have to read everything before doing. So I
Right.
didn't have had to read.
You just did
Only
it.
the screen sharing was enough for me. Okay, I have to do this, I have to do that. So
Hmm.
that was enough for me.
Nice, man. Phenomenal. So, one more thing, Ashwin, that I want to ask is because, a lot of people are bad for doing these things. That's why I just want to clarify the same.
Okay.
What most people do is that, they say that on videos that, oh, yeah, they make, let's say, 5 lakh rupees, and then they spend 5 lakhs on ads as well, right? So,
Right.
in order to achieve these kind of results, right, how much do you spend on ads usually?
Uh, Till now, I have spent only somewhere around 30 to 35,000 on ads.
Wow, till now, and this is over like months where you have made consistently lakhs, right?
Yeah, I gathered all the leads. I nurtured them for a while, and as I said that I didn't want to overburden myself. I informed that my current batch is full, and I'll get to you in the next cohort. And once I finished up with one batch, then I included them in the next. So that's how
Right.
I went ahead.
Wow, man. Fantastic. Cool. So that happened, man. And tell me a little bit about how did you go about delivering to these people? Because what was like the process of because we've talked about acquisition, we talked about sales and everything. When these people actually paid you money, then what happened? How did you go about making sure that they have a great experience and they also get results?
Right. So the mentorship program that I designed was based on one-to-one calls.
Hmm.
So it was nothing like recorded. It was not group coaching.
Hmm.
So everything was one-to-one. And the way I delivered lectures was that I planned my lectures thrice a week for them, and I gave the client the freedom to choose what day and time they want to have their lectures at.
Hmm.
Because I knew that the person in front is going to be, a person on job or busy in any other activity.
Hmm.
So I let them decide their comfortable days and their comfortable time.
Hmm.
Right, and that's how we had lectures thrice a week. And once in a while, there were of course some rescheduling because some people might have some issues with network. Some people might have, certain other obligations at, once in a while. So that also used to happen. But yeah, and on calls I taught everything, I shared
Hmm.
everything.
Hmm.
Then there were some practice sessions. There are some practice sessions as well at the end of the program where I check that whether they have grasped everything properly or not.
Hmm.
And during the complete process, we also go on deploying algo systems one by one.
Hmm.
And at the end of the program, they ideally have at least one or two algo systems for themselves and made by
Wow.
themselves and privately owned by them.
Hmm. Wow, man, that's like phenomenal. By the way, what kind of language do you use or teach them? What coding language are these algorithms built in?
Right. So first one is PineScript, which is a language on TradingView platform.
Hmm.
So I teach PineScript. So using PineScript, we can code different kind of trading strategies on TradingView platform, and it is only for TradingView and nowhere else. So that's one, and another is Python.
Got it, man. According to you, Ashwin, what's like the future of algo trading in India?
So right now, what is happening is, what people think is people confuse algo trading with stock market. So
Hmm.
algo trading is not a thing about stock market. It is actually a thing of technology,
Right.
right? So you cannot classify algo trading in financial world. You have to classify algo trading in technological sector, IT sectors,
Got it.
right? So that's the perspective shift that we will need to make. That is one thing. And another is that just like cryptocurrencies, algo trading sector is also a little bit unregulated, although there are certain circulars and guidelines by SEBI and NSE as well for algo trading. And NSE have its own dedicated co-location service for algo trading. But there is no 100% clarity about algo trading for retail traders, that is
Right.
individual people like us. So algo trading for institutional traders was already prevalent in India since 2008 or 10 something. But for retailers, it is a very new subject, and this needs to be discussed more, because if we want an environment or ecosystem which is completely friendly for algo trading with retailers, then the industry needs some major shifts.
Right, got it. But if somebody is like considering to maybe enter this industry right now, or maybe they build a algorithm for themselves which can trade, like let's say for example myself, right? So what would you recommend to those people?
Right. So my first advice would be there are multiple tools, web platforms available out there for algo trading, right? So of course you can go try them out. It's your money, it's your freedom. But I would say proceed with caution, right? So because as I said earlier, that people who are handling and managing these platforms are not technology people; they are stock market people. Right. So in case something bad happens in technological side or from technological point of view,
They won't
they
be able
don't know
to
what to
handle.
do.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the one thing. And another is, before entering any such offers or any such platforms, completely understand the architecture of that platform, that
Hmm.
how exactly that platform is handling stuff, how that platform is functioning, because there are different ways a platform functions. It's
Hmm.
not that two different platform will perform or function the same way. There are different logics incorporated into the platforms. There are different strategies.
Hmm.
So yeah, you need to learn everything about the platform before just directly trusting them for trading on your account,
Hmm. Got
right?
it. So be cautious regarding the platform and test it out is what you are
Exactly.
suggesting,
Yeah.
right?
And there are also some platforms or service providers, we can say, who like to keep their strategy secret, right? So they call it their own proprietary strategy, which they don't want to expose to people. They don't want to share with others.
Hmm.
So this is also a question mark, right? So it's not that it's a bad thing. So because that strategy, of course, is their own intellectual property.
Hmm.
So it's up to them whether to share it with others or not. But as a trader, it's your job to completely think about what you are doing.
Hmm.
So you should proceed only if you understand what you are doing.
Right. Who would you suggest? Like, who's like the ideal people that should enter this right now? Because as you were saying, your initial clients that you got were mainly like from banking sector, or maybe they
Yeah.
already had some sort of experience, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
who do you think should enter this, and who do you think should maybe avoid this for now?
Right. So on my consultation calls, there were multiple people who wanted to get into this, but I instructed them not to.
Hmm.
So most of these people are such people who are of a little bit of senior age, who are beyond 50 or 60.
Hmm.
Of course, if they wish, they can learn this, they can go ahead with this. But the primary reason that I suggest them to avoid is because of the point of the phase of their life, right?
Hmm.
Because at that age, you don't want to risk your money with something that you are exploring for the first time,
Exactly. Hmm.
right? So whatever you have saved for your retirement or for your life, it should be safe, right? You should
Hmm.
not risk it. Forget about algo trading. I also don't advise them to put that into stock market, right? So
Hmm.
whatever they have saved for their retirement or for their pension funds,
Hmm.
so it should be safe, right? So that's point number one. And another ideal audience, I would say, for this program are all those people who are, of course, opposite of those who are young and who are into the learning phase, who are currently going to colleges, who are comfortable with programming languages.
Hmm.
So all these kind of people are the best people
Do they
to,
need to have previous trading experience?
Yes, I would say
Hmm.
I have mentioned this on my website that a previous experience is appreciated and it surely is going to help.
Hmm.
But if somebody is coming with zero experience of stock market, it will be really difficult because
Right.
we will first have to go through the basic concepts of stock market and then into the technical side of algo trading.
Got it, man. That's pretty interesting. And Ashwin, according to you, since the time you started this and since the time you also joined Uability, what do you think was like your happiest moment or the best memory so far?
During your ability program.
Yeah.
Right. The biggest aha moment, as I said, first it was with the community that I discovered. I was just happy that it was like I found my people, right? My kind of people who like to stay busy, who like to work, and their hanging out is not partying around. Their hanging out is working hard.
Hmm.
Right? So those kind of community is what I appreciate. Being friends with. So that's one. And another is, of course, the market psychology that I talked about.
Mm-hmm.
There were many things that were pretty simple, and I just scratched my head that why couldn't I think like this before, right?
Hmm.
I had all the skills, I had all the coding skills or the skill of building websites and all. I knew about digital marketing and how the different indexing on search engines and advertising works, but I never thought about all of this in a human perspective, that from a psychological perspective, that how a visitor is going to think, right? So the first mistake that I did in advertising about this was that I was already targeting people who are interested in stock market, right? So I was already targeting those people who had no application of my tricks and techniques,
Hmm.
right? So that targeting was totally different, totally mistaken. So after this UAbility program, I understood that I was targeting wrong people. I cleared my idea of what is an ideal audience, and that's how that's what made it possible for me to decide on what interest should I target on,
Hmm.
right? And just to disclose this, investment banking was one of that, which helped me get good clients for my program.
Right, got it, man. So you're saying that by changing your, like, are you more focused towards? I don't think you're focused towards beginners now. You're more focused towards like
Yes,
people who are already in. And before this, you
correct.
were focusing on beginners, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Got it, man. Yeah, man, that's wonderful. So, Ashwin, just a couple of last questions before I let you go.
Sure. Yeah.
Um, if you could just go back in time, let's say 1 year back, and talk to that Ashwin before, who was like kind of struggling with all this and trying to make it work and everything, what advice would you give to that Ashwin?
Right. I would, I would tell him that that mindset was the biggest issue, right? To be honest, I come from a middle class Marathi family background where going into business is still considered almost a stigma.
Hmm.
So, getting into this business world was the first struggle that I took because all the people around you they constantly keep brainwashing you that don't go into this, don't go into this, into banking or fill up this form, fill
Yeah.
up that form, competitive exams and jobs and all those things, right?
Secured
So,
stuff.
exactly, yeah.
Hmm.
So, the first thing that I did was I stick to my path. I didn't give up.
Hmm.
So it was already struggling, and I just kept going on and on. But still, the message or the advice that I would give to my older version is think about your market, think about your clients.
Hmm.
That what exactly they want. Are you giving that to them, or are you just giving out what you know?
Hmm.
Right? So that's the biggest advice that I would give. So
Awesome.
at the end, what happened is when I was clear about my niche, when I was clear about my audience, I decided or I molded myself into that form which my niche would appreciate.
Hmm.
So it's not that already had everything in me. I of course had to learn a couple of things after selecting my niche
Hmm.
to proceed with that, because knowing the things by myself is one thing and teaching all of that to others is a different thing,
Hmm.
right? So I'm already a lecturer in college, but still this dedicated and completely intensive way of teaching was something new for me. So
Right.
yeah.
Wow, man. So the great advice, Ashwin. Like, so it's mainly to actually think about what exactly the customer wants rather than just thinking
Right.
that, what you are good at. It doesn't matter what you're good at. What matters is what do they want and if your offer can align with the same. And that's what
Exactly.
allows you to charge premium as well. Cool,
Right.
man. So glad to know that you went through week one very well. Like considering these points too hard. So that's awesome, Ashwin. If anybody interested in algo trading, or maybe they want to know more about what you do, or maybe they just want to check out your website, what's like the
Mhm.
best way to find out, or what's your website called?
So my website is ashwin.finance. You just head on to it and you'll get the free masterclass on that. And after that, we'll get on a call.
Awesome. So I'll take the link from Ashwin and I'll put it in the description below. Definitely go check it out. I'm definitely going to, because this seems pretty interesting and not a lot of people are doing this, and that's when the blue ocean is, like how I describe in my program as well. So great job, Ashwin. Congratulations again, man. Like what you're
Thanks.
doing is, number one, innovative. I'm sure it's going to help out a lot of people, and the fact that you are able to get success so fast with the program, it's phenomenal. Ashwin, just last question. If somebody is thinking about, let's say joining Uability, and they are kind of like on the fence, right? They're thinking, should I join this? And what, it's expensive. Should I pay for this, or should I not do it? Like, what would you suggest to those people?
So I would say to those people that don't just focus on the price tag, focus on the value that you are getting out of it. In the beginning, it might be difficult to completely understand what you are getting out of it, but once you get it, once you are through the program, then you will understand the real market value of what you have just learned and what you have, all the skill sets that you have acquired, right? So as I say, that I was already into the tech sector, right? So most of the tech related aspects were already familiar to me. But from point of view of a beginner, or who doesn't have that much exposure of all these things, especially about market psychology, marketing psychology, just get into this program. You are absolutely going to love it. You can skip your MBA and just do this program. That will be enough.
Wow, man, skip your MBA into this. Like,
Yeah.
thanks a lot, man, like for the kind words, and also thank you for taking out the time to do this interview. And congrats again. And I'm sure once you have things in place, and things have calmed down, I'm sure that you would even easily 3-4x it, in no time. So I look
Yeah.
forward to
Sure.
that, man.
Yeah. Thanks.